Amen. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for watching my videos. The last video, I really appreciate everyone who went and watched it. I hope that you subscribe, you like, you share, man. We're trying, we're pushing, we're hustling, and the least you can do is just to appreciate us by subscribing. It takes nothing away from you guys. It's all for free. Just leave a comment where we can do better, where we can improve. Whatever that you believe you can contribute, that will get us to a certain level, really. But I just wanted to round up the weekend of news, particularly looking at the two gatherings, if you want to call them that. I know the one was EFF rally that happened in KZN, just outside of Moses Mabhida, where they were appreciating for their votes and all of that stuff. But the other one was the January 8th for the ANC out in Limpopo, where we saw them talk about all sorts of things, right? So I thought, let me just, I'm sure you watched it. I'm sure you were bored at some point. You felt like you were being lied to over and over and over again. And I thought, let me come in with my 1 cent opinion of everything that happened. What I will be looking at is assessing the people as well, right? Because what I've come to realize is that every person, when they speak, they've got their target people. They've got somebody that they are targeting, that they are speaking to. You're watching the video. I believe that if you like this kind of content, then I might be connecting to you in that sense. The same thing happens in politics, right? Now, let me start off with comparing the two, right? The two presidents, if you want to call them that, of the two parties, and the president of the country, of course. For me, when I listen to Cyril Ramaphosa, for the most part, I get someone who, if they're talking to you on a one-on-one basis, you'd believe everything they're saying. You seem to forget that they are, at the end of the day, a politician, right? They will promise you heaven and earth. They will come and cover whatever wrongs that were done in whatever way, right? And you will end up then believing that whatever that they're bringing is solid and it's going to land. You'll only be shocked if it doesn't come through. Look, I'm not here to say they didn't deliver, they will not deliver, or whatever. No, but I'm assessing what I saw, what I picked up as V, right? So when I look at him, there's that part of Cyril that he is talking to a certain kind of market. He's talking to people who would invest in the country, who would invest in the party, as it were, who would give him another chance for him to run. He's relaxed, he's chilled. But then there's also maybe a part of people that might feel that he's boring, he's not, it doesn't have that alive thing about him. It's almost as if that he is not too sure if he really deserves to be leading or to be in the position that he is in, right? But he still would be believable in a certain way, right? A lot of businesses would want to invest because of how he comes across, what he would say to people and so forth. And that is what you really need. You still want them to leave you in the leadership role. You still want to bring in investment and all of that stuff, right? And however, though, if you think about it, for me, is how he then packages his thing. It has got an element of feeling like maybe he's not sure of what he is talking about. And he's sure, I know that he knows what he's talking about. But as a person who's receiving the message, I then would have a lot of issues to say, okay, especially as a young person, right? I might then feel like, hey, this guy, he doesn't quite do it for me because it's not like enthusiastic, it's not all of that jazz. But at the end of the day, he's delivering a message that he believes that it's true, right? As to whether you believe it or not, it's a different story, really. I know he did speak about obviously appreciating everybody there, appreciating the women's league. He did touch on the parliament burning down and all of these good things, right? Reflected on the previous year, what they set out to achieve and what was achieved and so forth. I still did not get what is it that was achieved, because for me the message was very vague. For me, the message was very boring. It was not packaged in such a way that I would be interested in knowing the details of what has happened. Suppose there's a bit of me that has been despondent to the government because we haven't gotten much, really. And it's not that I don't appreciate what we've gotten thus far. It's just compared to what we have been promised. A lot of promises have been made and they were not attended to, as it were, or they were not delivered. And for me, that is the part where I'm a little bit unsure about politics, really. But when you come to this guy, Julius Malema, the leader of the EFF, of course, he packages his messages very well, right? And you need to be very careful when you're dealing with people like him. I'll tell you why. This is my opinion. Because those people can be very, very, very honest and brutal, but also they can be very, very, very manipulative and brutal, because they package whatever that they're bringing to you, because they know that they're dealing with a target market of this nature. He understands who he's talking to at any point in time. That's what I've gathered. When he, and I'm not saying that he is lying. If he is lying, when he has to come and present what he's presenting to you, he knows that, okay, here I'm dealing with investors, I'm dealing with people who have got money, who will be able to bring this money to us. Therefore, I need to package my message this way. When he speaks about the African brothers and sisters, and how he wants to change the narrative from people that they don't become hostile to our foreign brothers and sisters. He packages it very well, that he should not be like he is not on your side, but at the same time, he should not be like he is on your side, right? He's very good at that. And as well, he quotes this posture, the kind of a setup of a church pastor, where, as an example, he then says, tell your neighbor this, right? Pastors love saying, tell your neighbor you're blessed, or tell your neighbor this is your year, whatever the case, and to hype you up. And that's what he does. He knows how to hype up his market at any point in time. If he's having a debate with people who are dignified, people who are maybe millionaires, business people, and so forth, he knows how to package himself to a point that you will listen to him and you will forget that it is the same one who said, hey, kill the bull, for example, or kill the farmer, whatever the case, right? And when he goes to the streets where the people on the ground, he then packages his message again very well. Yeah, we need to go and take the land. We need to expropriate and so forth. And he says it so brutally, but he knows that in the fine line, in the fine terms and conditions that would not take time to look at, he knows what he means and how he means it, right? So you will then be hyped up because of how he delivers what he is delivering to you. And you then give him a chance. I don't know how that will be for a president. I mean, he said a lot of things that need to be done, that are going to be done, and 2024 is here, bruh. So I know that message, to a certain degree, It's selling itself to you so that you can vote for the EFF. And as to whether they did a good job or they're doing a good job in it, it's anybody's guess, really. We're gonna see when they're done racing. And one other thing that I noticed is that it's easy to make promises when you are not in the hot seat. I mean, a lot of things that he mentioned are things that are ideal for every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the country. How he packages his thing, he then tells, I mean, as an example, he then goes and talks about having a specialist who will be looking at all the metros and all the complaints, all of that stuff, which is all good and well to have someone who will be attending to those problems. Politicians, members of parliament and of council and all of that in the EFF must always have something to be asking about, which is all good and well. That's why we voted for you guys, for goodness sake. But is it delivered though? Is it something that can be delivered? Is it believable that you will be able to achieve it? You know, because of what we've gone through, we've got a lot of questions. We've got a giant mountain of questions that have not been answered, and we do not believe that we will get the answers for. Therefore, it gets us to a despondent kind of level where we know that it's just another guy who's coming to, when you're dating someone or when you've been hurt so many times in relationships, even the guy who might be coming to love you, you don't believe that they're going to love, because every single Tom, Dick, and Harry has said the same thing when they come to you to ask for a relationship, right? And this is the case here now, where it's very difficult to believe what is selling because we've been hurt so many times. Do you then leave a little bit of comfort that you may have now from the ANC and give him a chance and possibly get worse, or possibly get okay or more than what you're getting? You never know. It's a 2-1 really. And I thought for him it was very, and maybe they planned it a long time ago. I think so, but I know it was opportunistic. It was very, very meticulous to choose the same date as the ANC's January 8th, right? Because for them it worked out well. It was the 8th of January, and that's normally when they do their statements, right? Because that's when the ANC was born. And for him to choose that very date and be addressive of the same things that are worrisome for the country, I thought it was just a curveball that was thrown into the yard of ANC, really, to say, okay, what are you going to do with this? This is what we believe must happen. Because a lot of people are going to ask those questions when they see, or when they have a chat with President Jacob Zuma. They will listen to me, President Jacob Zuma, like, really? Like, really? When President Cyril Ramaphosa, to say, okay, these are the things that people are complaining about. These are the things that people need out there. How do you go and tackle it? Because I felt I felt like that. For me, I even, at some point, I was falling asleep as I was listening to him speak. It was his delivery, and I know there are people who are made for such delivery, but for me, it was really, really, really boring. And when I listened to Julius Malema, on the other hand, it was really, really, really untrustworthy, because I know how a lot of people who come to rob you, especially people who I want to use the term white collar crime, but those people who know their story, that's how they would come and rob you. And you can't help yourself but think, is this guy trying to rob me? Because I mean the way he's talking, I want to give him this thing, right? But it also feels like, I'm not gonna get anywhere here, and that's the vibe I got from both of them. I don't know what they need to do in order for them to appeal to all the markets. Only they know, because they are in the parliament or in the political space, right? What I am saying is what I've seen, what I felt, and I think that they were both not convincing to me as yet. Both of them. I mean, there's a lot of things that Cyril has achieved in his own right. There's a lot of things that I believe Julius has achieved in his own right. But when I merge, or when I bring them to delivering something for me as a person on the floor, on the ground, I don't know. I don't think any of the two has convinced me enough to say they can do this or they will do this. I don't know what they were supposed to do, but something that can show that they do deliver this thing. They will deliver whatever that they are promising. If they had run a municipality or a council, a ward, maybe, then I'd say, okay. I know Mr. Shihu is EFF, obviously, because he also comes from there, and apparently there are also distractions all around there, but I haven't seen them. I would like to see them next to me where I'm at and so forth. All these big things happening. Can we be able to see them being achieved in certain areas? But at the same time, I think ANC, if they were that smart, they would listen to what he's saying, take that mission, apply it, and then everybody's happy. Just because you're in the chair already, so might as well just listen to this one suggestions, take them, use them, and then we all go home happy. But I think that is about it for me, that I kind of gathered this weekend. As for the rest, we'll progress. We will report as the week goes, as the week progresses. We will come back with some more. Again, guys, thank you very much for watching my video. Please, now that you have watched it, can you just comment, leave a little bit of a comment, just say something, guys. Really appreciate it. Also, just share the video with your friends, your family, or whoever that you believe would love this kind of content. We are here, we're trying to make this thing happen, solidify it on the ground. It's mystery on the round up of the news. Anyway, I'm out.